Hello YouTube, today's video I'm going to be going over every sensitivity curve on console Valorant. I'm going to be telling you guys each and every single curve you guys should be using and which curve you guys should be staying away from. I know there's a lot of people who are struggling on what sensitivity you guys should be using and what curves you guys should be staying away from. And this video is kind of just like me going over every curve and what they do. If you guys like this type of content, please make sure to leave a like. If we could hit 400 likes this video, it'd mean a lot to me. It will show me that you guys like this type of content. And please make sure to comment down below to tell me what you guys would like to see from me. I'm down to do anything, so just let me know. But that's about it. Let's get straight into it. Quickly before I start actually getting into the curves, I do stream on Twitch every single day, twitch.tv/LonelyAlex. And the support I've been getting over there has actually been insane, so I would like to say thank you guys. But let's get straight into it. Okay, going over to the controls, if you go to aim, this is where you're going to be finding all the sensitivity curves. And as you guys can see, this is what I'm currently running. I'm using extreme on my base, light on focus, and light on ADS. And then my sniper, I have been trying medium, but normally I do run light. But I'm going to go over the first curve that you're going to be able to see, and that is linear. This curve is very, very, very weird. On paper, it should be the best one, but on Valorant, I don't know why it's like this, but it feels way too touchy and inconsistent. This is the first curve, and I think this is like possibly the worst one to use. It is just way too inconsistent, and on a game like Valorant, it is just not going to work out. You need consistency in this game, and this is just like, it's just too touchy. Like I quite literally cannot aim on this curve. Like, it is so weird. I know in most games, linear is usually like by far the most popular, but on this game, it is just way too inconsistent. You will not see any top player use this curve. This curve is just not good in my opinion, and I don't think anyone should be using this one. I honestly think this is probably the worst curve in the game, so if you do use this, I also don't think any top player on console uses this curve. I'm sure if you like change dead zones around, maybe you can make it work, but linear overall as a whole is just not a good curve, and I would stay away from it. Going over to the next curve, it's going to be light. Now, light I do use for my focus and ADS curve, and if we're talking about focus and ADS, I think this is the best curve to use. I don't think there's a better one than light. However, on base aim curve, I don't know if you should be using it on the base because I just think it is a little bit too touchy. But honestly, if you did use this curve, I wouldn't hate it. You would definitely need to run a slower sensitivity if you do use it on your base. The reason to use it on light is because it's a lot smoother and you are going to basically have a lot slower of a sensitivity. And what light is there is a little bit of aim acceleration. Not too much, but there is a little bit of aim acceleration. I do think light gives you a little bit more aim assist when you do use focus, because when you're in focus, the sensitivity is so slow. You don't really need to like have that much aim acceleration, and I do think light is the most consistent when you are using a slow sensitivity. But for the base aim curve, I mean, unless you're a no focus player and you like slower sensitivities, I don't see why you would use this. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but like I said, I mean, there are better curves. Going over to medium, medium is basically what light is, but just a little bit more aim acceleration. I mean, you guys can't really notice a difference in my gameplay, but I could definitely feel it. There's a lot more aim acceleration and your sensitivity kind of slows down at the start. I definitely do think medium is going to be a top 3 curve. You're definitely going to be seeing a lot of success with this curve. I would be using this curve if I wasn't so used to extreme. I would definitely tell you guys to try this curve and see how you like it. You guys can even try medium on your focus. I know some people who use this, but it's all personal preference, and this is definitely a top 3 curve. Going over to heavy, heavy is another one of those curves where it's just like a little bit more aim acceleration. Heavy is definitely one of those like top 5 curves. Like, it is really, really good. And if you're looking for a base aim curve, this is one of the curves I do recommend. Heavy is just one of those curves where you just get more aim assist in my opinion. So if you're using it on base, I would say use like a pretty fast sensitivity, because at the start when you first move, your sensitivity gets slowed down a lot, and then the more you move, the faster it gets. So these curves like heavy and extreme, you can run a lot higher of a sensitivity but still maintaining that aim and accuracy. Now we go over to extreme. Extreme is one of the ones I use and I think it is definitely like top 2 or maybe even the first one. Basically what extreme is what heavy, medium, and light are, but to the max. There is so much aim acceleration, and in a game like Valorant where you want to be able to turn around quick but also maintain that accuracy, extreme is going to be able to provide both of those. And I actually think that extreme has the most aim assist in the game. Like, it literally locks onto them. But I know a lot of people, it's a hit or miss. Like, you might love extreme or you hate it. I do think close range extreme kind of falls flat though. Just because of how strong aim assist is in this game, it's just like you can't have any control whatsoever. Until they give us a way to control aim assist, I think extreme is just going to fall flat close range. But if you're talking about any other range, I mean, this is literally aimbot. I mean, you will hit almost every shot. But of course, I'm kind of biased with this curve because at the start I hated it, but now I think it's like one of the best curves in the game. But now we go over to aggressive. Aggressive is one of those curves where I just don't know why you would really use this. Just because like standard's in the game, and this is basically what standard is, just like a little bit more like just weird. And I actually think that this is like less consistent, but I don't think any good player uses this curve. Aggressive is definitely one of those ones where you kind of want to stay away from. Now, I would say try all of these curves, see how you like them. At the end of the day, it's what you guys like and what you guys are used to. But personally, I think that aggressive is just not one of those curves you guys should stay on. And I don't really have much to say about that curve. I mean, I just think you should stay away from it. Now we go over to delayed. Delayed is kind of like aggressive, but just like, I guess, different. I don't really know what's different about it. It's just one of those curves, once again, where I don't see anyone using. I think Valorant just added this just to like have more curves in the game. And it's kind of confusing because I don't think it has a place in this game. Like, I don't see anyone using delayed. It kind of reminds me of linear, but like more weird. If I had to choose, I would definitely use delayed over linear, but I mean, this is also like not a really good curve in my opinion. Definitely go try it and see how you like it. Personally, I would not recommend this curve. It does feel kind of smooth though. Now we go over to the smooth curve. I do think the smooth curve is kind of underrated. This smooth curve kind of reminds me of standard, but like it kind of slows down your sensitivity when you first start moving, and then it like speeds up. And I wouldn't say it's aim acceleration, but it's kind of like just like weird. I don't think any player uses this curve, at least not that I know of, but I do actually think this curve is not bad. So if you want to try something different and you don't really like any of the curves you already used, I would definitely say try smooth, and I would recommend it on a slower sensitivity. Just because smooth is one of those curves where fast sensitivities don't really work on it. But of course you can make anything work, but I do think smooth works best on slow sensitivities. And now we go over to the last curve in the game, and that is standard. Standard, in my opinion, is the best curve in the game, and I think it's the one that most people are going to be able to feel most comfortable with. This curve reminds me of other games like COD, Fortnite, or like Overwatch. It just feels like a default sensitivity. If you're looking for a curve, I think standard is going to be your go-to, and most people do use standard or extreme. Like extreme and standard, it's either you're going to have a lot of aim acceleration or you're just gonna have standard. Of course, heavy and medium are two very popular curves as well. But for the most part, you're going to be either using extreme or standard. And I did use standard for a lot, and that's actually what I use in beta. And if I ever switch off of extreme, standard is the one I'm going to be using. For standard, the dead zones I would recommend are 0.05 and 1. But if you think 0.05 is a little bit too low of a dead zone, I would recommend 0.07. That's it for all the curves in the game. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and let me know what curve you guys use. Who knows, maybe I'm wrong on most of these. But I truly think at the end of the day, you're going to be either using extreme, standard, medium, or heavy. And then for the focus and ADS, I think light and medium are going to be your two best options. I personally think light is the best curve to use on focus, and then extreme or standard is going to be for the base aim curve. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I do use medium for my sniper aim curve, but I am trying it out. Normally I would have it like this, so I would have extreme, light, 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 but I would recommend if you guys don't like light, try medium, see how you guys like it, and then yeah, go on from there. Also, I know a lot of you guys have been asking for a sensitivity video. I'm going to just go over the entire thing right now, just because I know I'm going to get questions and comments about it. So just pause the video whenever and copy whatever you like. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to go over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/lonelyalex. But yeah, I stream every single day, so it would mean a lot to me. If you guys watch the whole thing, please make sure to comment Apple. I'm going to be liking all the comments that has Apple in it. I truly do appreciate you guys watching my videos, and that's all I want to say. I will see you guys in the next video.